Mill Reef was the most perfect specimen of a small horse.
I used to go and fetch him from the airport when Mr. Mellon used to send him over. And this particular year there was Mill Reef, and I think there was 3 or 4 great big giant horses. And I saw this little pony covered in paddock scars, and I thought this would do me, and that was it.
He was only 15 too, but he was just beautifully made.
When I first rode him at Salisbury, some trainer said to me, you know, he's been slow out of the gate, and so, you know, I don't know how good he is because my 2-year-olds aren't very good, you know.
I think I was driving to Epsom thinking he would stay because we'd worked him over 1.25 miles and he'd finish like a train.
Frascati, Mill Reef improving fast there, Irish ball.
Anyway, he flew the gate for a start and I was 5 in front before you know it, and so when I came in I said to the trainer, I hope we got one quicker out of the gate than this, because if this is slow, I don't know what you've got.
The Derby is always the special race that any trainer would want to win.
We used to cycle to the Derby from Shepherd's Bush.
I thought he probably had a pretty good chance.
Over a quarter mile to go, it's Linden Tree challenged by Lombardo with Mill Reef cruising up on this side.
He gave me the greatest pleasure that I've had, ever.
And Mill Reef it is. It's Mill Reef the favourite coming on inside the last furlong. Linden Tree in second place, Lombardo third. Irish ball running on very strongly to try and get third place. As they come up the line, it's Mill Reef the winner.
I would say Mill Reef was the best horse I've ever seen because he had such speed over 5 furlongs, and yet he could go for 1.5 miles. It was extraordinary. This is actually Watership Down, and we did our main gallops up here. It's the best turf in England. It's just lovely, and they used to just join up at the bottom of the hill and quicken up past us, and it was right opposite us when he broke his leg.
I got to here and I heard the crack, and I jumped off his back straight away. I knew he'd broke his leg.
But it was horrifying. I see him sort of stumble almost, and John jump off, and I knew there was a big problem. And we walked him across with difficulty, very slowly. I can remember thinking, how are we ever going to get him up the ramp? You know, because it had taken us 20 minutes at least to get him across. He just took one jump. He understood, I think, and suddenly it was sort of shaking like this. We laid him down against the straw bales, and he just slid down. It was extraordinary.
I think he was given it, and then he just crouched went, and we just hauled him up on the straw bales.
He was the best 3-legged walker you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And we had to get Jim Roberts to come, and he said, find me a broom handle. And he drilled 2 holes and put a couple of bits of string in it and attached it from his near fore to his off hind, which was brilliant.
I was glad he was alive and he was in the right place. But you say void. I used to look after Morris Dancer as well, and he helped to fill it.